Okay, thank you for letting me interview you. I want to start there.
Okay.
I know that you have to. Can you first introduce the school and like your role for the school?
Okay. So this is Bambino's Play School. We are located off of Meadow Drive on 5455. And I am the senior director here at the school.
Okay. Now I'm just going to ask you a few questions so I
Okay.
can get a feel of like the role of a director.
Okay.
So, what are some qualities that you think a director of a child care center should have?
Um, I think quality should be patience for one. They definitely should have some patience because they have a lot of things that they have to deal with, meaning staff, children, parents. They have a lot, so they're going to need some patience with that. Time management is another quality that they need to have because, again, you have a lot on your plate every single day that you have to deal with, like attendance, phone calls from parents. You got to do tours. You have to sometimes might have to fix lunch. Somebody might call out, scheduling, all of that kind of stuff. So time management is a great quality that they should have. They should also have great communication skills because you have to. I mean, you have to talk to everybody. This is what you do. You're almost like a salesperson because you have to sell your place of business in order to get the children in. And I think just all around like computer skills and things like that because you're going to have to do a lot of that kind of stuff as well, emails, stuff like that. So I think communication, patience, time management, and computer skills are definitely some qualities that a director should have.
Okay.
Okay.
As a director, what is the hardest role that you had to take?
um that's a good question. The hardest role I would say is managing the staff. And the reason I say that is because you have so many different personalities that you can't use the same method of something for the same thing. Like you can, like so let's say for instance, you have people that are constantly late.
Mm-hmm.
You can't always use the same approach with every one of them that's late because of the different personalities that you got. Somebody might do so. So I feel like that would be the hardest role for me is taking on the staff as a whole. For me, that would be. I think that would be.
Okay. Okay. What types of things do you do to keep the child care center up to capacity with the children?
Up to capacity, meaning like the number, so how many children we have to have in here. Okay. So basically we do tours most of the time, and I'll be honest with you, most of our business come from word of mouth because we are such a great school. I toot my own horn. But because we are such a great school, a lot of our parents, they go out and they tell people about us and they send their friends and families and stuff like that. So but we do tours. We do some marketing things on social media now since we have that avenue. We do like I said, word of mouth. That's pretty much it. And then when they come in the door, we do the tours for them, and we show them what we can do for their child in the education part of it, and most of the time we nail it. So yeah, so I would just say the tours and the marketing outside and the word of mouth. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we talked about the different types of leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're a democratic or an authoritarian leader? An
Mm.
authoritarian.
If you don't mind, tell me what both of those mean. So
Okay.
democratic.
So a democratic is when you let the staff help you make decisions.
Okay.
And authoritarian is when you make all the decisions.
Definitely a democratic. We
Okay.
need all the support we need over here. So I would say yes, definitely a democratic. I value all of their opinions, all of their views on things. Not saying that I'm going to take every opinion that they have or I'm going to take every idea that they have and put it, but we do allow that for sure. So yeah, definitely a democratic.
That's That's my leadership role.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely give me all your views and ideas. Let's get this together and we can put it all together. Two heads is better than one. So yeah.
Okay. Is this a stressful job?
I would not say stressful, but I will say, well, it can be. It can be stressful if you allow it to be stressful,
Okay.
which is where that time management piece comes in as well. Because if you don't time manage, it's going to be very stressful. Because then you around here looking like, oh my God, I had to do this. I didn't get that done. I didn't do this. I didn't do. I will say when I go home at night, I'm not stressed, but I'm mentally tired because of all the things that's going on through the day, throughout the day, what I got to look forward to tomorrow, things like that. So I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it is something that you have to definitely have some serious time management with, for sure.
Okay. Have you ever had a disagreement with a parent before?
I have.
And how did you handle it?
I have. I'm trying to think of a certain situation. Let me see. Yes. Okay. So there was one parent who she wanted her child to. Nope. As a matter of fact, this is a great one. I just had this thing. So, we have a cutoff time here, which is 10 o'clock. We open at 7, so we give you from 7 to 10 to bring your child in. Between that time, whatever your time is. We also do a half day program. They can't come to 9, but they still know they have to be here by 10. Basically, 10:01, you're technically late. So if you come in past 10:01, sometimes I'm gonna be like, look, I can't let you in unless you have a doctor's note, or if it's your first or second time, we may let it slide. But this particular parent was habitual. When I say habitual, she was habitual with dropping off, and she was habitual with picking up. Meaning, if you pick up after whatever your time is, well, her time was 6 o'clock. We close at 6. If you pick up at 6:01, that's a $10 fee. That's $10 from 6:01 to 6:05. That's $10. 6:05. So it goes on from there. So she was habitual with it. So she kept dropping off late, and we would let her in, keep letting her in, and then she would also pick up late. It's like, okay, look now, one got to give. You got to do better. We give you from 7 to 10. You stay 10 minutes around the corner. What's going on? So, this particular time she was late picking up. I gave her the late fee. So what happens is when you get that late fee, you have to pay that before your child can return the next day. So she brought her child in. So I was like, okay, hey, do you have the money? Because if you don't, she can't. So she was late picking her up, and I gave her the $20 late fee. So the next day she was coming in. And I asked her, I said, hey, do you have the $20 late fee? Because if not, she can't come. And she's like, yeah, it's in the car. I said, okay. So I allowed her to drop her child off. And then she went to the car, and she went to the car, and she came back, and she was like, I don't have it with me. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to take her with you. She was like, cause it's at home. I can run and get it and come right back. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. You're gonna have to take her with you and then go down there and then bring it back, and you can bring her back when she comes back. And so she said, what? Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me I have to take my child out of school only for $20 because I said, yes. I said, because technically I was not supposed to allow you to bring her in because you owed the money. So I allowed you to take her to class because you told me it was in the car. So now that it's not in the car, I need you to take her with you, and then you can bring her back. No, I'm not taking her with you. I said, yes, I'm going to get her out of class. You can take her with you, and then we can, you can come back once you drop. So I handled it very, very well, and I'm actually proud of myself because I would have went there. But I've learned to kind of, be calm, be patient, understand where they're coming from. So I understood where she was coming from, but I also had to uphold my end as being a director.
Right.
So I apologize. Can we pause it? Nope. Sorry. So I handled it. I handled it with grace, even though she was cussing me out. She was hollering at me. She was threatening me. She was doing all kinds of stuff. But I escorted her child out with her. I let her, take her with her, and she brought her back with the money, and everything was good. I don't know why she went there, but she did. So, yeah, but I definitely handled it with grace for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. One last question.
Okay.
Is there any advice you could give to be a successful director in a child care center?
Yes. So for me, I was actually I wanted to do this role because I originally wanted to own my own. Okay. I don't want to do that anymore. I will just go stay right here because this right here, me being in this position now, lets me know I don't want to run my own, because when things happen, it's going to the head first. It don't matter who these people are in the middle, at the bottom. It's going to the head first, and they are stressed out. I don't want them. I don't want no parts of that. So I will say the best way to do this job is, again, going back to those qualities. Make sure you have a lot of patience. Make sure you have some excellent time management. When I say that time management piece has got to be the first thing, like, on your list as far as this position, because you have so much on your plate. Like, I actually now do what I call a budget form. And my boss actually was like, look, I'm going to put you on this. I need you to put every minute of the day, I need you to put in here what you're doing. How long it's going to take you to do it, what it is you're doing, who's going to be paying for it, per se, meaning, is it your time or is it our time at the center, or is it your personal time? So who's paying for it, and then the reason why it didn't get done. So that's my budget form. So every day I literally go in there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and minute by minute I'm putting something in there what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, granted, it don't always happen that way, but that's that reason. That's that section where it says reason for not getting it done. That's that section. So you say, okay, at this time I was supposed to have been doing attendance or food program or whatever, but I got distracted because I had a walk-in tour, or I had a staff member to call out and needed to leave and go home sick or whatever. But because I had that list, that time management budget list, I knew, okay, I was supposed to have been doing this, but now I had to do this. But now I can go back and do this at this time because I can get this done. So that time management piece is going to be the best thing that you can have in a position like this, for sure. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's all I have for today.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope I helped you out.
Yes, definitely.